Hi, I'm Dennis and you're on the channel About Albania. Today, a short video about construction, about the specifics of building here in Albania. As you know, it's warm in Albania, there's no snow, no frost, no cold sub-zero temperatures. And what does that mean? It means that you can do construction, finishing work, whether exterior or interior, all year round. For example, in some northern countries, because of snow and frost, the construction season ends from October to April. Well, in Albania, you can build all year round. Why is that? Because it's warm and because the rainy season is very, very short in the winter. And even then, the rainy season is such that, well, it doesn't rain all the time. It's a week of rain, then a week of sunshine. So basically, your construction can go on without ever stopping. So by all means, build as much as you like. The second point related to construction is that most of the building materials for rough construction, sand, gravel, stone, steel, rebar, are inexpensive in Albania because all of these are extracted and produced right here in the Republic. The next point is, again, because it's warm in Albania, the walls, as you can see, are thin. So there's no point in making thick frost-resistant walls here. No, this thickness is quite sufficient. Of course, there is one issue, which is that there is no central heating in winter. That's true. And you do need to find some way to insulate these apartments in winter, since there is no central heating. But as for how to heat an apartment or house in winter, we'll probably talk about that in one of our next videos. So I'd also like to add that for most construction and finishing work in Albania, you don't need a license. For example, in some Western countries, to do anything with your apartment or your private house, you absolutely have to get some kind of permits from the city and the municipality. In Albania, things are much simpler in this regard. Of course, if you have a private house and, for example, you want to add another floor or significantly expand your house on your property, then of course you will need to get a permit. But for most things like interior work, interior partitions, some work with the interior, expanding windows, and so on. For this, you don't need to coordinate or get any permits. So in this respect, there is a spirit of freedom in Albania, and that's wonderful. That's all for today. Subscribe to the channel so you don't lose track of it. Give us a like. It's easy for you, and it makes us happy. And write to me if you want to come, settle down here in Albania, buy a house or an apartment, or even if you just want to learn something about the Republic of Albania. Good luck!